What's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Type back into the video today, and today we're going to be recapping today's NBA games from Saturday, October 28th. As today, the games were not as good as they were the other day. Actually, it wasn't that interesting. There wasn't any close games at all. But you saw some decent performances. Zach LaVine had a career high tonight. The Grizzlies game was a little bit of an interesting game. Same thing goes for the Pacers and the Cavs, Raptors, and the 76ers. But besides that, you had some blowouts. And we're going to go over all 7 games that were on today in the NBA. Starting off with the New Orleans Pelicans and the New York Knicks. The Pelicans win this one in a low-scoring game, 96-87. The Knicks, they got off to a really slow start in this game. They only scored 12 points in the first quarter and 25 in the second. So only 37 in the first half. They got to pick it up a little bit in the third and the fourth, putting up 50 points in the second half, but still lost this game by 9, 96-87. B.I. and Zion combined for 50 points. Ingram with 26, 7, and 3. Zion with 24 and 5. Also 12 points for C.J. McCollum and 10 points for Herb Jones. For the New York Knicks, R.J. Barrett with 18 points. He continues to play some good basketball. In the first 2 games, he had 26 and 24. Now he has 18. Mitchell Robinson had 8 and 15. Julius Randle had 10 and 14, 10 and 12. And then Jalen Brunson had 14 in this game. And Emmanuel quickly had 10. Then the Pistons and the Bulls. Hey, I'm telling everybody right now, watch out for the Pistons. I know this is a win against the Bulls, but last night they beat the Hornets in a really good win for them, which was they were without Cade Cunningham. They were without him for the end of the ball game. He only played 24 minutes, got hurt at the end of the ball game, had to leave the game, but he was good to go tonight. They beat the Bulls, a fully healthy Bulls team, and really the only guy they're missing is Lonzo Ball. But Pistons, both of these two teams were coming off of back-to-back. Pistons win at 118-102. Cade has 25 and 10 assists. Jalen Duren had 23, 15, and 5 assists with 2 blocks. Isaiah Stewart with 14 and 9. Ausar Thompson in his second career game had 9 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists with 1 block and 1 steal. Alec Burks with 18 points off the bench. He had a great game off the bench last night with 24. So it's back-to-back great games. He continues to shoot amazing from 3. He's having a great season so far. And Marvin Bagley had 11 and 6. For the Bulls, Zach LaVine, the biggest headline of the day today, but his team loses. Zach LaVine puts up 51 points, a career high for Zach LaVine, the multiple-time All-Star, but the Bulls still lose. DeMar DeRozan scores 20 points, and Vucevic scores 12. Besides that was it for the Bulls and scoring in this ball game as the Bulls lose it 118-102. All right, Wizards Grizzlies. This is an interesting headline right here. Grizzlies fall to 0-3 with the loss, and I gotta say I'm not surprised with the Grizzlies losing here. I actually had the Grizzlies losing. When I did my NBA recap video from Friday, I said after the Grizzlies lost the Nuggets, I said the Grizzlies are going to go to Washington tomorrow and lose Washington and get their first win of the season. It felt like a weird matchup. Memphis, they're not healthy right now. They're without Brandon Clark, Steven Adams for the season, and John Morant for the first 25 games. They're missing a void at the center position, and they're not playing good basketball right now. They lost their first 2 games. I get it. It was the Pelicans and the Nuggets. Those are 2 really good teams. But after trying to give your heart out, trying to beat the Denver Nuggets, when you nearly beat a team like that, they only lost by 4 points, and when you beat it, you're giving it all to beat the Denver Nuggets. You know how much energy and how much fighting that takes, and then you have to go to the East Coast. You have to go from Memphis to Washington and play the next night against Washington. So I know Washington's not a great team, but mentally that's not great. To have a great performance against the reigning champions and put your heart into it, and then have to go the next night. Right after that loss at home, you have to go to the East Coast to face off against the Wizards, and that's the Wizards home opener. Now they go back to home. They go back home. They have Sunday off, of course, because they just had the back-to-back, and now they have to face off against the red hot Dallas Mavericks with Luka, who's been balling so far this season. Had 49 points, and I think like 35 or 36 in their first game. So he's playing great basketball. To me right now, it feels like there's a decent chance Memphis starts out this season 0-4, and their first 25 games without John Morant, it's a hard schedule. Let's go over this game. As the Wizards win at 113-106, Kyle Kuzma scores 21 points and 13 rebounds. Jordan Poole has 27 points, and Corey Kispert has 22 points. Tyus Jones has 14 points and 7 assists against his former team. I think that's another really interesting thing of why they're struggling right now. I think they're also missing Tyus Jones. He provided some great basketball for them. He was always really good for them whenever Ja was not available. I think they're missing that right now. And then for the Grizzlies, 26 points from Desmond Bane. He had a better 3-point shooting night than their last night against the Denver Nuggets. He shot 1 for 10. Now he shoots 4 for 10. 26 points, 5 assists, and then 16 and 5 for Jaren Jackson Jr., 16 and 10 for Zaire Williams, and that was at 14 for David Roddy. Then the Pacers and the Cavaliers. Pacers win at 125-113. Cavs were without a lot of players. They were without Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and Jared Allen, 3 starters. And Evan Mobley stepped up, but the Cavs still lost 125-113. The Cavs fall to 1-2. Not worried. Their last 2 losses have, their first loss they were without Garland and Allen. Now they're without Garland, Allen, and Donovan Mitchell. Mobley had 33 and 14. Karis LeVert had 31, 5 and 8. Max Strus had 21, 11 and 6. He's been playing some really good basketball to start out the season. Isaac Okoro had 11 for the Pacers, 20 and 12 for Miles Turner, near triple double for Tyrese Halliburton, 21, 8 and 13 assists, 13 for Ben Madron, 26 and 9 rebounds for Aaron E. Smith off the bench, and Jalen Smith had 13 and 6. Then the Raptors and the 76ers. 76ers get their first win of the season. They win 114-107. 68 points combined with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Both guys put up 34 points. Joel had a near triple-double, 34, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. Tyrese Maxey was close to triple-double. Watch, 34 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. And those 2 guys had a great performance. Also, they got 18 points from Kelly Oubre off the bench. In the first 2 games, he's put up a total of 45 points. And Tobias Harris had 15 points as well. For the Raptors, 24, 8 and 5 for Scotty Barnes. Siakam continues to struggle, only scoring 11 points. Gary Trent Jr. has 17, 15 points and 10 assists for Dennis Schroeder. And 16 points for the rookie Grady Dick, who shot 4 for 6 from 3 in his 3rd NBA game. Timberwolves crushed the Heat without Jimmy Butler. No Jimmy Butler for the Heat. Timberwolves win at 106-90. Timberwolves get their first win of the season. 19 for Ant, 12 and 10 for Cat, 14 and 14 for Rudy, and 12 for Kyle Anderson, and 25 and 8 for Naz Reid. For the Miami Heat, 22 for Hero, 19 for Bam, and that was really it. All right, and then getting into the final game, the Suns crushed the Jazz 126-104. KD puts up 26 and 7 assists. Eric Gordon with 21. Grayson Allen with 17. And Drew Eubanks with 12. Jordan Goodwin also had 12. For the Utah Jazz, 19 points for Lauri Markkanen and 12 points for rookie Keontae George. And Colin Sexton also had 14 points. So, yeah. You guys remember your thoughts on today's games. That's it for today's recap. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out.